Hello, good evening, guys. Welcome to my new YouTube video. In this video, we'll be discussing about the constant data members and as well as constant member functions. Before video, in video 10, we have discussed the static data members and member functions with a simple example. In this video, also we'll be discussing about the constant data members, a theory part, and then I'll explain a simple what is the need of constant data members and how we are going to use it. The syntax simple, and then what is meant by constant member functions and what is the use of that and where we are going to use that with a simple example. So let's move on to what is meant by constant data members. So first, let's coming to theory part. What is meant by constant data members means, for example, if there is a member in our class that is always constant, so there is no need of changing every time. So there is no need of initializing or giving the parameter from a main class to it, because every time we are passing, we have to pass some arguments from a main class, right? In C, we have data restriction. We cannot directly initialize in our class, so every time you are passing, there is a long process now. So to reduce the time complexity and to reduce the code part, we are using constant data members. So that is the main first. So data members, if any data member is constant, with the help of const keyword we are going to use it. For data member is if any data member is constant, is always repeating, both are same, and these are used with the help of a const keyword. This is your const keyword. And so for data members, we have created a, in C++ we have a separate constructor that is mean for only the constant data members, because constant data members we cannot directly initialize. For example, const of, for example, int a equals to 100, we cannot directly initialize like this, right? Because it goes at the data hiding, it crosses the line of data hiding. In C++, the major part is our data hiding, so that is not possible. So with the help of, for example, I'm giving a simple syntax. So in this in example, I'll be discussing about the simple interest program. So SI of, for example, this is my class name. So with the help of a colon, and I'm using a if, for example, R is my constant, so for that I'll be putting R value is 2.5 here. When if you are not understanding, let me explain again. SI is my uh, class name, and SI, this whole part is my constructor. After that a colon, after that R is my constant, and 2.5 is my value, R of 2.5 value. We can make it pi R square or anything from that R. I'll be using uh, interest. Okay, so simple interest formula is PTR by 100, right? So that program we'll be discussing, and in this problem we'll be discussing how to print and uh, how to print the and how to initialize the constant data members. So let's move on to a coding part. So I've been practicing my C language and C++ in the dev C++ itself. So if you found any problems, then you can refer another IDs also. So this is our first part, using namespace std. So after that class, simple interest is my name. Okay, I'm giving class name as simple interest itself. So integer p, okay, personal amount. After that, t is my time, and float is my const of, this is my constant, and it is float of r. Okay, rate is my constant and it is in float. After that, so first we have to declare the constructor, right? So define the constructor, right? So constructor means it should always be in public. Okay, it is in public. Okay, that's it. So constructor, this is my constructor. After that, with the help of this colon operator, r of, for example, I'm giving 3.9, 3.5 is my rate. So this is, that's it. I'm not giving anything in my constructor. So whenever this constructor is invoked, whenever an object is invoked in my main function, r value gets initialized with 3.9. So that's it for this. After that, if I want to take the values of p and t, okay, time would be my, for example, float, void show or else void get. So I'll be passing the parameters from my main function into pa and then float ta. Okay, so I'll be with, there is no need of this here because only this is used when, okay, we can use or we cannot use, but here there is no such need. So t equals to my ta. Okay, after that I have to print it, right? So void, let's return the value. So float of solution, solution is my member function, so here I'll be returning, return p into t into r divided by 100. So here I'm writing, after that closing of my class. I hope you are clear with this. First I have declared the class name as simple interest. After that I'm declaring p and t and a constant of float r. Here with the help of constructor, this is my constructor, special constructor we can say that, because this is only made for this type of constructor is only made for the constant data members, special constructor. Okay, after that we are moving toward taking the inputs from a user. So after that we are printing the solution. So first integer main. So first let's invoke the object. So si is my class name and s is my object. So s dot first get. Okay, here I have to pass the parameters, for example 100 comma for example float is my 12.5. Okay, so after that let us take float of n is my or else result. I'll be storing result in my, I'll be calling solution, s dot solution. After that I'll be printing cout of result. So if I want to check what would be the what would be the my answer, so I'll be simply taking a calculator. So what were the values? 100 into 12.5, right? P T into my R is 3.9. Okay, 3.9. So my answer is divided by 100. So my answer should be 48.75. Let's check it if it is coming the same or not. New one. So yes, that's it. 48.75. It is exactly same as we have calculated. So guys, I hope you are clear. This is about the constant data members. Constant data members. So if you so we have discussed how we are going to use constant data members, right? Why we are going to use this, for example, if there is three parameters, if I want to have hundreds of parameters or hundreds of functions or objects I'm calling, there is r is constant, right? So there is no such thing like calling again and again the same r which is constant. For example, we are using pi as 3.14, which is constant, right? So we are not calling again and again. So similarly, if I want to make something constant, with the help of const keyword, we are going to make it constant. So I hope you are clear with this. Constant data members. Let's move on to our second question. Constant member functions. Okay, constant member functions means we cannot directly initialize the, I mean, in member functions we can initialize, but we cannot modify the initialized objects with then another, or we cannot increment or decrement the given constant member function in that values. So let's check what we are uh, what I'm going to, what I have said. Okay, so hash include iostream using namespace and std. So first, class is my demo. Let us take demo is my class. Okay, first, integer, let's take an, okay, I'll be taking a. So I'll be this video is regarding this, sorry, example is regarding constant member function. Okay, so with the help of const keyword we are going to use, right? So first, in public I have to write, for example, void get, get a. Okay, get is fine. So here I'll be taking a equals to, or for example I'll be taking the input from my user itself, integer z. Okay, fine. A equals to my z. Okay, up to now here is fine. After that, with the help of, this is my constant member function. So constant member function, after that void, and this is my another function. Okay, get on. Okay, so if I want to initialize here, I mean if I want to change the value here, I cannot, because it is a constant, right? A is constant, I cannot initialize, or I cannot increment or decrement. For example, I'm giving a equals to 100. Let's see what happens. uh, I'll be returning this, so it would be my integer, return a. Okay, that's it. This is a constant member function. Constant member function. Okay, up to here is fine. Let's close the class, and an integer main. So let's invoke the object. What is my class? Demo is my class, and D is my object. After that, d dot get, d dot get of. So let me give the parameter as 100. So a would be my 100. After that, if I'm going to call d dot, no, uh, d dot get one, right? So I'm passing parameters, so calling function, someone has to receive it, right? So integer z equals to, no, integer p equals to my d dot get one, sorry. After that, I have to print a cout of p. Okay, let's check what happens. So this is my new to array. Okay, it's working. So for example, initializing, okay, but what of if we are going to increment it? Hmm. So before also I've seen that dev C++ is working on this, but I have taken a similar type of question that is showing this type of problem. So let's check. So demo d is my object. After that, d dot get 10. So I'm initializing a with 10 with the help of member function. After that, whenever I'm calling d dot put, so let's check what it is showing. So 101 is my answer. So 101. Okay, here, sorry, I have to put const here. Let me check once again. So that's it, guys. So I hope you are clear what I was saying. So here, increment of demo in read only object, I mean we cannot change, I mean we cannot edit the value of data members in my constant member function. So whatever the data members that I have in that constant member function, I cannot able to change. So that's the main motive of this program. So I hope you are clear with this. If you found any doubts, please let me know. So that's it for your video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. That's it. Let's meet on next video.